Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a Big Finish review for today. So this Big Finish review is, of course, on Doctor Who Out of Time 2. And here is the CD. I flipping loved it. It's not a masterpiece as the first one, which is Out of Time 1, because, you know, that's just going to be a masterpiece because it's got Tom Baker in it. This one's absolutely in the great category. I really did enjoy this one. If I was going to rank these, this one 10 out of 10, this one 7 out of 10. Sorry. I really did enjoy the story. It's fantastic. It's very timey-wimey, complicated stuff. Set on planet Earth in Paris in 2 centuries. We have 1809 and then, of course, we have 1944. So, I'm going to talk about 1809 first. So, we have the 5th Doctor walking around the Louvre and he bumps into a time agent. And then, of course, they go around to investigate what's going on because the time agent says, oh, there's something going on. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to really spoil it for anyone. So, anyway, they go down to the chasms and they basically just find a Cybermen. And not any old typical Cybermen. The 1968 Cybermen, aka the Invasion Cybermen that was used during the Patrick Troughton's Cyberman story known as The Invasion. So anyway, so the 5th Doctor ends up being frozen in suspended animation because of the Cybermen. So anyway, we cut forward to the present where we got the 10th Doctor piloting his TARDIS, landing in Paris 1944, ends up nearly being captured by Nazis. Then he goes to hide in the kind of chasms. Then he bumps into the time agent that he met in his 5th incarnation. He literally tries to remember the name. And then, of course, he actually goes in and, of course, he finds his fifth incarnation basically frozen in suspended animation. So, of course, he gets his 5th self out of the suspended animation. And what can I tell you what else is good about this story? It's very, very timey-wimey because you do actually go into 2 TARDISes. You go in the 10th Doctor's TARDIS and you go into the 5th Doctor's TARDIS. I just love the 5th Doctor's TARDIS because when it actually sounds like his console from the 5 Doctors onwards. I do love that 1983 to 1989 console room. That's the most sexiest looking console, I have to say. Anyway, listen to this story. It is just fantastic. It's fantastic. I mean, Peter Davison and David Tennant basically do have a great time filming this story. You can actually tell they're actually enjoying this as father-in-law and son-in-law. Which, to be honest with you, it's actually kind of good that they have a story between the father-in-law and son-in-law. The Cybermen, I absolutely love their kind of plan. They want to change history. They want to change history so that Earth will fall to the Cybermen. You know, the Earth will fall to the Cybermen. And then, of course, the rest of the story is pretty good. So anyway, here's my 2 posters I've made for this story. I just absolutely loved it. I had to make posters for it. And I really did love it. I absolutely did. I mean, the 10th Doctor get caught by Nazis. And then when he goes up after saying, oh, I nearly got caught by the Nazis. And they're like, what's happened to the Nazis? Because soon the 10th Doctor went into the chasm and opened the chamber for his 5th incarnation in. That's when time went wrong. The Cybermen have already invaded. So, of course, the 2 Doctors with this time agent end up going backwards in time to try and find where things went wrong. And of course they do try and put things right and everything else just gets put back into tiny little places and history continues on. So that's mainly a little bit about the story. I don't want to give too much away in case you haven't listened to Out of Time 2. I mean, it took me over a year to try and get Out of Time 2. It took me 2 years to get Out of Time 1. And I've literally just gone and pre-ordered Out of Time 3 by Big Finish for October. So, not October, so August. So I'm quite looking forward to listening to Out of Time 3. And then I can say which one I prefer. I absolutely prefer Out of Time 1. I just absolutely love the story. And this one's not as bad. This is a masterpiece. This one's, it's good. It's great, but not a masterpiece. I absolutely loved it. So talking about Out of Time 2, it's fantastic. I mean, you can tell the 10th Doctor and the 5th Doctor actually enjoy being in each other's company once again. We have so many great callbacks. I mean, we have the callback to Time Crash. I love when Doctor Who does callbacks to previous episodes. So we do have a callback to Time Crash. And then, of course, when they literally walk past this kind of cafe and they go, we went there with Romana, didn't we? Which is another fantastic callback to the City of Death, where the 4th Doctor and Romana was on holiday during Paris. I mean, look at my figures collection in the cabinet. I've actually put a 5th and 10th Doctor in together because I absolutely did love to listen to the story. I'm literally going to try and put a load of figures together to try and make a kind of like multi-Doctor specials. I've got a load of 10th Doctor figures I can do it with. I absolutely did actually enjoy this story. Now, the Cybermen did a fantastic part. I mean, their plan was to invade Earth from the past. And then, of course, the Doctors go back in time, stop the Cybermen from ever invading, and history continues. So it all becomes very timey-wimey stuff. Now, when we kind of hear the Cybermen evading Paris and blowing things up, it's very, very Cybermenish, like they do in the Invasion, where you kind of see the second Doctor running from and going, oh, like that, and he's literally running. And you kind of hear, when you hear the music as well, the music, the intermission, the interdimensional music that was used, like in the soundtrack, is creepy, it's horrifying, it really fits into a modern story. This story is actually 45 minutes, which is the actual length of a David Tennant episode back in 2005 to 2010, before they changed it when it came up to Jodie's run. I absolutely did actually love listening to this story. It's really, really great for fans to actually enjoy more multi-Doctor stories. Peter Davison just gives a fantastic performance. David Tennant, again, a fantastic performance. Nicholas Briggs as the Cybermen is absolutely fantastic. I mean, the first story is just called Out of Time, where the second story is called Out of Time 2, The Gates of Hell. And I really did actually enjoy the story. I mean, the Cybermen are fantastic. The two Doctors are fantastic. The whole plot really fits in as well. If I could recommend this, would I? Yes, I would actually highly recommend this to any Doctor Who fan, because it is just fantastic. It's a great multi-Doctor story. Not as good as Out of Time 1. Out of Time 1 is just fantastic. I just really love Out of Time 1. I don't know if that's because it's got Tom Baker, so you've got my favourite Doctor with my least favourite Doctor, where this one, we've got my least favourite Doctor with my 10th favourite Doctor. So, you know, not bad, but it's a great story. I love the Cybermen. I'm really looking forward to Out of Time 3 with the 6th Doctor battling with the 10th Doctor against Weeping Angels. So I'm quite looking forward to listening to that one. If I could recommend this one to anybody, yes. I will definitely recommend Out of Time 1 and Out of Time 2. Out of Time 2, I just really did enjoy listening to the story. I mean, to actually hear the 5th Doctor get frozen in time, a bit like Han Solo did in Star Wars in The Empire Strikes Back, I just really did actually enjoy this story. It's fantastic. I mean, when you kind of hear this set in two different time periods, and when you got like the German planes flying over Paris, it's just a fantastic piece of Doctor Who writing. And this actually was written by David Liefeld, something like that. I just really did actually enjoy this story. And for the two Doctors to basically meet and then find that they've got to stop the Cybermen, they've got to defeat the Cybermen to get history back on course, it's just really fantastic, and I do highly recommend it. So this is my review on Doctor Who Out of Time 2. If you want to listen to it, I highly recommend it. It's a great Doctor Who story. It's only 45 minutes. It's just absolutely fantastic to sit down and listen to. And join me for more awesome Doctor Who content at some point. Have a great day, and thank you for watching. And if you want to, check out my review for Out of Time 1 as well. I'm going to copy the link in the actual comment bits as well. So if you want to, you can actually click and listen to Out of Time 1 and see my review on it. And then, you know, you can watch my review for Out of Time 2. So thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share, and join me for more awesome Doctor Who content. Have a great day.